The USS New York, with 7.5 tons of steel from the World Trade Center, brought 170 families of 9/11 victims and New York City firemen and police from Norfolk, Virginia to our shores to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the World Trade Center disaster.
It was a wonderful experience to be around family members, and I say family meaning other fire department and police officers who experienced that day firsthand. I just wish that he could have been the one to have made this trip.
Since we have 7.5 tons of steel from the World Trade Center in the ship, in our bow, I always tell the families that we have 3,000 extra crew members on the ship, and that their souls and that the blood that was spilled on that steel makes this ship live.
The purpose of the USS New York is to transport Marines. Some Marines from New York told us they joined because of the attack on the World Trade Center.
I was 15 years old at the time when the World Trade Center got hit. From that day on, I swore that I would join the Marine Corps, and as soon as I reached age 19, I joined.
I'm very proud to be here. You know, it upsets me what happened, and you know, I'm glad that I'm able to honor them.
The ship's commander told us how he felt as he drove past the World Trade Center site with his wife for the first time after the disaster.
And you see those two towers missing. It was emotional. We both had to pull over to the side of the street. Excuse me. And realized really what the loss was.
Even though first responder police and firemen are left out of the 9/11 memorial because the mayor says there's no room, one first responder aboard ship says he found the experience on the USS New York hopeful.
We got to share stories between 9/11 and some of the experiences with the Marines in Afghanistan and sailors who've been on deployment, and it was just a great experience to see these young kids you know, take up the torch, join the Navy and the Marine Corps, and basically bring the fight to the enemy.
Now, I was down there at Ground Zero. I know what it is to put Americans in red bags, and you can't forget that. So when this is here.
The ship has extensive 9/11 memorabilia and a corridor commemorating Broadway. The public can board the ship now at Pier 88 next to the Intrepid from 8 a.m. to noon Friday. The USS New York will move south on the Hudson, closer to the World Trade Center on September 11th, and will leave New York the following day. This is Megan Pasnick for the New York Post.